once thought to be nothing more than brutish cave dwellers, primitive, doomed to extinction. But over the last few decades, a different image has emerged, one of intelligence, culture, and creativity. Could it be that Neanderthals were just as smart as us? Or maybe even smarter? Today, we dive into the incredible story of our ancient cousins, the similarities, the differences, and the one question that still haunts scientists to this day. Neanderthals were built for survival. Shorter, stockier, and immensely strong, they had massive rib cages and broad noses to help breathe cold air. Their brains? Even bigger than ours, 20% larger in fact. But despite that, their bodies matured quickly. While modern humans develop slowly, Neanderthals often reach maturity around age 11. That rapid growth may have affected how their intelligence evolved. They were also more accident-prone. Fossil evidence shows frequent injuries, broken bones, cracked skulls, likely from hunting large animals up close. Life was brutal and short. Neanderthals were meat lovers through and through. They hunted reindeer, mammoths, and even fearsome cave lions with incredible skill and courage. Using stone-tipped spears and coordinated teamwork, they could bring down prey many times their size. And while meat was the centerpiece of their diet, it wasn't their only food. Evidence shows they knew how to cook, and archaeologists have discovered traces of roasted vegetables, seeds, and even medicinal plants in their remains. But here's where the story takes a darker turn. Some Neanderthal bones bear the unmistakable marks of butchery, signs of cannibalism. Was it driven by starvation during harsh winters? Or perhaps rooted in ritual and belief? We may never know for sure. What it does reveal is that in this respect, they were not so different from early humans, who also hunted, cooked, and occasionally crossed moral lines for survival. It's a reminder that life in the Ice Age demanded choices we might struggle to comprehend today. Think only humans wore clothes? Think again. Neanderthals dressed in cloaks and tunics, dyed with ochre, adorned with feathers and eagle talons. They painted their bodies with intricate patterns, perhaps for rituals or to display social rank. They decorated their hair with pigments, beads, and bits of bone. Burial sites reveal necklaces of shells, strings of animal teeth, and ornaments made from polished stones. We've even found cave art in Neanderthal shelters. Simple, abstract, but art nonetheless. Hand stencils, zigzag carvings, and shapes etched into rock walls. These weren't mere doodles. They may have held symbolic meaning. Their tools and clothing were less complex than ours, but they told stories. They marked identity. They expressed belonging. These weren't just survivors scraping by. They were creators, shaping a culture. They left behind a fingerprint on time, proving that creativity isn't uniquely human, but deeply ancient. Neanderthals may have made music. Flutes carved from bone, simple rhythms echoing through caves. They likely communicated too. Their vocal cords and ear bones suggest speech was possible. Their societies weren't vast, but they cared for each other. Injured individuals were nurtured. Dead were buried with care. They had tribes, maybe even stories. Definitive proof of Neanderthal religion? That remains elusive across the millennia. Yet compelling signs point to a capacity for spiritual thought that transcends simple survival. Consider the poignant discovery of pollen clusters in graves at Shanidar Cave, deliberate placements of vibrant flowers with a Neanderthal elder. Or the purposeful arrangement of cave bear skulls in deep, inaccessible chambers, aligned with an intention we can only guess at. Foundational stones carefully positioned around bodies. Were these gestures for the comfort of the departed? A belief in an unseen world, spirits, or perhaps an afterlife? Around 40,000 years ago, the distinct Neanderthal lineage faded from the Earth. The causes are complex and debated. A rapidly shifting climate that overwhelmed their adapted physiology, devastating new diseases introduced by expanding Homo sapiens populations, direct competition, perhaps even conflict, for crucial resources. Likely, a confluence of these pressures proved insurmountable. But extinction did not mean utter erasure. In a profound twist of evolutionary history, they live on within us. Genetic research reveals a stunning truth. Most people of Eurasian descent carry a significant legacy, between 1% and 4% Neanderthal DNA. This ancient inheritance isn't mere trivia. It subtly shapes us, influencing traits like hair texture, skin tone variation, aspects of our immune system's resilience, even our susceptibility to certain modern diseases. We may never fully decipher their inner world, but these persistent traces, the ochre symbols adorning living and sacred spaces, the ritualistic care for the dead, strongly suggest Neanderthals perceived more in their existence than just the daily struggle. They saw layers of meaning, sought connection beyond the tangible, and perhaps pondered their place within the vast mystery of life and death. They were not a failed branch on the human tree, a crude evolutionary dead end. They were our cousins. They were family. Their story is irrevocably woven into the very fabric of our own biology. So, were Neanderthals as smart as us? Maybe that's the wrong question. Measured against the specific, immense challenges of their Ice Age world, mastering complex landscapes, ingenious tool-making, profound social bonds, and perhaps grappling with concepts beyond the immediate, they were intelligent in their own essential way. Fierce survivors, creative problem solvers, deeply resilient. And their enduring echo isn't just in our genes. It's a reminder of the diverse paths humanity has walked and the shared threads of ingenuity and spirit that bind us across the ages.